So, good morning, Queen. Good morning, Juma. We are today on Thursday, and you have just 2 days left and maybe a lot of things to do still. Please go ahead.
Hi, Ernest.
Hi.
Sorry, we're a bit late today.
No.
But here in Tanzania, all we are doing great. We don't know you about Switzerland. How is Switzerland?
Well, we are quite well now. The temperatures came down. We have some rain. It's much more pleasant at the moment, and still summer. That's great.
Okay, as you see yesterday, our participants shared their link. They were doing great.
Yes, absolutely.
On
I'm
recording.
so impressed. I have made a few feedbacks, but I'm really amazed what you could achieve in such a short time. It looks very professional, and I think it's a really excellent start. I'm quite confident that, websites for your courses, that will be an easy task for you, and that will be implemented very easily in your daily work.
Yes. So today we are planning on introducing the use of Google Forms.
Mm-hmm.
The using of Google Forms as so that they can prepare a survey through Google Forms,
Mm-hmm.
Online tests, maybe weekend quiz.
Mm-hmm.
So, and during the morning, we were just previewing their site.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they continue to record video recording. But here, through this Zoom, we hope you're gonna guide us a little presentation for proper using of Google Forms.
Yes.
And then here we will continue on how to do it practically. Me and Juma will assist them. So we hope until lunch, everyone will be able to create a Google form.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe me and Juma, we planned that maybe we're hoping they can create at least a pre-test survey
Mm-hmm.
for their students, and maybe one online test for
Mm-hmm.
today. And at the evening, after our lunch section, they will have a chance for them to present their sites. So everyone here will be able to see. That's our today's plan.
Very good. Okay, so shall I start with the presentation?
Okay.
So let me quickly do an application sharing. So we are talking now about Google Forms. This is certainly a topic that will help you a lot in your daily work, especially if you have large classes. I mean, if you're with a student, one-to-one communication is no problem. If you have a class of 20, you may also arrange for a discussion in class. But if there are 100 or more, then surveys are an excellent opportunity to get a feeling of where the students stand, of where they struggle, and what questions they have. Now, Google Forms is a tool that can be used for different tasks. You can either make a survey where you create a questionnaire and get the feedback with closed questions, multiple choice questions. but also with open questions where the students can just write what they think. You can use Google Forms for submission of assignments. And then you can always integrate, embed the Google Forms into your website. Or you can do, for instance, contact registration. I remember when I sent to all the former students, about 80 people that have ever attended a blended learning course with us, and I asked them if they wanted to join us in 2025 to fill in the the registration form. So a very easy way to get their applications. And then a very important thing then is to create with Google Forms quizzes and tests. You can either use them very easily as formative assessments, where you just give them an opportunity to recall what you told them. And for the learning process, you remember we were talking about brain-friendly learning. It is important for them to recall things that are new to them as often as possible in the beginning, shortly after learning it the first time. And then you can also use it in for summative assessments. At the end, for instance, of a sequence where you want to know how much they master the topic. And you can, while creating this questionnaire, you can organize it that the students will get immediate feedback, whether it's correct or not. Or you can also do it without any immediate feedback, and then you may do the feedback in your next face-to-face session. The tests can be made without or with automatic grading. That means for each question, you also have to give the answer key. And then all these multiple choice questions, they can be graded automatically. You can also give every question a specific number of points. And so tests are, even with large classes, are very easily to make. Now, how to make it? I have just made here a screen of what we have on our website. We have on our website a step-by-step introduction how to create a Google form, how to make it as a quiz, how to create question after question and the corresponding answer key, and then how to publish this. Either you send them an email and ask them to fill in the questionnaire, or you embed it in your website, and then the students can do the tests whenever they want. Now, it would be not very effective if I would explain you step by step, because some may already know how to do it. But if you go to the website and if you go step by step and do one quiz for yourself, then you will see it is a very easy, straightforward procedure that is really not really demanding. I wanted you at this time also give you some more ideas how to work, and especially with artificial intelligence. You may all have heard about artificial intelligence, and there are teachers, they're afraid, of artificial intelligence used by the students. So it's an easy way to cheat. And we, as a teacher, we don't know whether it's an original product of our students' minds, or if it is just the result of artificial intelligence. We won't be able to ban artificial intelligence from the world. It will be more and more present, but I can also tell you it can be very helpful for us as teachers. You may know all these large language models like ChatGPT, Gemini, and so on, where you can ask the artificial intelligence system a question and you will get an answer. But I think I would like to introduce you to another type of artificial intelligence, which is here represented by NotebookLM. This is also a Google product, and it is free. And the big difference is if you take any large language model, it will give you answers from all the internet, from all over the world. So you have no control of whatever the artificial intelligence will tell you. You don't even know whether it's correct or not, because sometimes artificial intelligence is known to be a bit creative and tell you things that sound very interesting and correct, but that are really just fabricated. So with Google Notebook LM, you can do a very different kind of application. You can give the Notebook LM, you create a notebook, and then you upload specific documents that you may have shown to the students. You may also upload a link. I upload, for instance, the link of our website. And then you can work with this information. So the response that NotebookLM will give you will always based on those documents that you provided. And this makes life for us teachers a bit easier. If I would like to make a test, for instance, about blended learning, I would implement or upload the link to our website. I would take a few documents that I think we have discussed thoroughly. I will upload them and then I will tell him, make me a study guide based on this information. Make me a report or create for me multiple choice questions. So if you want to create multiple choice questions to further on make a test with Google Forms, this is a very effective way to come up with intelligent questions. You will always have to check whether this is correct or not, whether it's too difficult, too demanding, but it is a help for us teachers to create tests. You can also, once you have uploaded this, you can make a podcast. I have, for instance, uploaded our website link and then asked NotebookLM to make a podcast. So a man and a woman were discussing about blended learning and what they found on this website, what was interesting, what made them, what was for them astonishing, and so on. You can nowadays even let NotebookLM to create a video overview. Or you can ask them to make a mind map of all the elements that are in the documents that you have uploaded. Now, I mean, we could very easily take, for instance, this document, this link to the first chapter of our website. The chapter is what I need to know about blended learning and online learning. I would also upload interesting document about blended learning, and then I am in this notebook LM. Here are the sources. This is the document that I uploaded, and here is the link to our first chapter of our website. Immediately when you upload it, it will present you with a summary. You see here, it's just half of it, but you get a summary of these two documents. Then I can create here a mind map about blended and online learning. You see, there is a chapter of brain-friendly learning. What about brain-friendly learning? There is the forgetting curve, the reinforcement training, the frequent interventions, and remember and recall, and so on. So you get a very interesting overview of the whole topic. Then I asked the artificial intelligence to create a comprehensive study guide. So what are the main elements of this topic? And so I was, it is a very interesting element. And here I created a quiz. I asked them, make me 12 multiple choice questions with the answer key to be uploaded in Google Forms based on chapter 1 of our website. And here you see there's the first question. What is the fundamental shift in instruction according to the definition of a flipped classroom? You have a number of responses, and we also have the one who is correct. It is also indicated. And so I have here the first 4 of the 12 questions. So by using Google Notebook LM, you can be much quicker to create such questions. You might not be happy with these responses. You might be happy maybe with a few of them. You take them, you ask him again, and he will create new questions. So you will be able to be in a constant dialogue to get the correct answers. I want you to draw your attention to another interesting element that you could use with your students. It's called Anki. Anki is an application, free, that works on all different smartphones. And the app has integrated in a very interesting way how to ask these questions. So you implement a number of multiple choice questions with pictures and with everything to create flashcards so the students can learn, can see the question. This is the front side. Here goes the question of into the front side. And then if the student tries to answer itself by memory, he can check or she can check it afterwards by going to the back side, and you give them the answer on the back side as well. And the advantage is, if you go to Anki on internet, you will find thousands of questions already fabricated by other teachers, but you can make your own questions as well, and then send the students these tests, and they can exercise. They can go over and over it. I would also suggest that from time to time, you ask the students during the teaching phase to create multiple choice tests that you can collect and then later on give them back for training. And I mean, it is well known that retrieval learning is the best learning. So if you just read text and think you can memorize it, you might be surprised that that doesn't really work very efficiently. But if you try to remember something that you have learned and maybe you can't remember it, then this question will come very soon. If you have responded correctly, this question will come maybe days later. So with this spaced repetition, you can help the students to study very efficiently. So if you have a time sometime, you may also go to Anki, which is for the formative testing, an excellent tool. So knowing that, I wanted to find out whether I could also use my Google Form, my Notebook LM to create multiple choice questions with the answer key in a format to be uploaded into Anki. I have here some questions. So this would also be a point. Now, of course, Google Forms works beautifully, but it's only as strong as we can have a high quality of questions. And I think this is also a topic that is that we should consider. How do we formulate multiple choice questions so as to be really effective? And I have a document on our website that goes into it, but I created here a number of very crucial strategies with each and every example, with a bad example to show you what we should avoid. So you should instruct students to select the best answer rather than the correct answer. That makes creating the questions much easier. You should use a familiar language. And if you see what this question looks like, you see, many students will just struggle just to understand what this question means. And this is not the idea of the question. We want to find out whether the student knows what we are asking. Then avoid giving verbal association clues from the stem. So if we say, what is the process by which plants make food using sunlight? Then I realized quickly, without understanding anything about photosynthesis, that photo has something to do with light. So they might find the correct answer without really knowing a lot about photosynthesis. Avoid trick questions. Which of the following is not a fruit? This may confuse some of the students, so that should be avoided as well. Avoid negative wording. Which of the following is not uncommon in desert ecosystems? Okay, is not uncommon. The student may not understand exactly what is asked here. Then try to express the full problem in the stem. In 1969, what happened? I mean, so many things happened in this year. So we have to reduce and to precise, to ask the question precisely so that we know so the student knows what you want to ask. Put all relevant material in the stem. Here, for instance, the law of demand states that when the prices of a good increases, demand decreases, demand stays, this demand should actually go into the stem to make it more efficient for a student to understand what is asked. Eliminate excessive wording and irrelevant information from the stem. It's also a possibility, so make it as precise, as straightforward as possible. Now, you should actually limit the number of alternatives. So I'd say 3 to 5 options per question, per stem would be quite manageable. Make sure there is only one best answer, that's we had already. Make the distractors appealing and plausible. So if you give options that are really out of question, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Make the choices grammatically consistent with the stem. So the capital of France is be located in consistent with the stem. Well, sometimes it's, especially in German, we have sometimes it's quite tricky to avoid these grammatically inconsistencies. And so on. So actually, I'm really convinced that dealing now with this tool of Google Forms is really worthwhile to make your work as a teacher, especially in large classes, much easier. And just you will also see, I mean, if we do for instance, surveys, by pressing a button, you already get analysis, and all the answers will be presented in a very intuitive way. But even if you are not happy with the analysis that Google Forms makes for you, you can always, because it creates Excel sheet, and then you can do many more analysis when you know how to use Google Excel. Okay, that is my input for the interesting topic of Google Forms.
Thank you, Ernest. Your presentation is huge. I hope members will have a chance to review the recorded Zoom meeting when you share the link, so they can learn and more. Myself would like to remind the participants that IEA provide questions with answers, but the answers seem to be repetitive. They repeat. As we see, as we spoke last week.
Yes.
When you search for the answers, you met letter D for all answers.
Right.
So all they did is to.
That's a very good example that you are the one who is responsible for the test. You are the one who checks whether this is correct. And artificial intelligence is a help, but it's not free of errors. and biases and so on. So it's always, you have to see it, it's just an assistant for you to help, but you can't believe it blindly.
Okay, thank you. I think now it's our time for us
Yes.
to guide them practically.
Yeah.
And for them, they're supposed maybe to do something so we can see at the evening when we pass through their websites.
Yeah. Great.
Maybe kama kuna mtu ana swali. I think we understood.
Okay.
I will
put the link on our WhatsApp group. So if you want to have a look, you can go there, you can stop it, you can read it, you can work with it as well. So thank you very much, and I wish you all the best and a productive day. So we see us tomorrow. You have to tell me how the program for Friday is, at what time you think we should meet. Okay?
I think tomorrow, the same time?
Same time. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Will be great.
Okay. So thank you very much. And all the best. Bye-bye.
Okay, we will talk later.
Okay. Bye-bye.